Karima Baloch?
Yeah, unfortunately, the mysterious death, this sort of, mysterious death we Baloch are facing even in Europe, in Canada, and other parts of the world. We are political activists, human rights activists. We used to come from Balochistan to save our life. Karima Baloch, being a Baloch woman, being a Baloch student, human rights activist, political activist, she came to Canada to save her life from the Pakistani forces. And she, while living in Canada, she raised her voice for the people of Balochistan against the abuses of the fundamental rights of the Baloch people by the Pakistani forces, against the military operations of the Pakistani army, which her forces are doing over back in Balochistan through her military. So she also has been over here with us at United Nations in Geneva. So she was a prominent Baloch political and human rights activist. Unfortunately, a news came that her dead body was seen in a very mysterious way in a lake. And this is what we had earlier also got same sort of news in Sweden, that Sajid Hussain Baloch, a Baloch journalist, his dead body was also seen in such a mysterious way. His body was found in the same way in a lake, and he was dead. When we got the news of Karima Baloch, I myself, my organization organized a protest in Paris in front of the Canadian embassy. There we raised this issue that we asked Canadian authorities that it's her moral obligation, this is her constitutional obligation, that they should investigate the case of Karima Baloch. Why, how, and under what circumstances, and under which environment, she was killed, and why her dead body was found in such a mysterious way. We submitted a document to the Canadian embassy, and they said that we will contact our government and we will reply you as soon as possible. Unfortunately, approximately 3 years passed. Till now, we have not received any information from the Canadian authorities. When Karima was, eliminated, and after that we saw a statement by the police authorities that there's no, wrongdoing in the case of her death. But unfortunately, from that statement, neither the family member of Karima Baloch, nor the Baloch people, nor we the human rights activists, including the non-Baloch organizations and representatives, and they showed their concern that how it is possible and what were the circumstances behind that, why the Canadian authorities, why the Canadian police is not telling the real story, what had happened to Karima Baloch. So still we are, looking at the Canadian authorities. Still, we plea to the Canadian authorities, and from this platform, through your organization, I want to send a message to the Canadian authorities, to the Canadian government, and particularly to the Prime Minister of Canada, that we Baloch are looking to your organization, and we are, asking you, please do re-investigate the case of Karima Baloch, and whatever facts your organizations, your authorities, your police has, please publish that, and give us under what circumstances she was killed and who were behind that killing. And it's the obvious fact that from her killing, only one state that could be benefited, that is the state of Pakistan. And we, the Baloch people, we as an organization, we have a lot of, evidences that in such sort of cases, there's the Pakistani the secret services that's called ISI, and she's very much notorious, and she has a lot of experience with respect to this. And there are many cases and incidents that Pakistani security forces ISI has done this sort of killings where their hands are masked. So in her case, we are of the view that Pakistani security forces ISI was behind the killing of Karima Baloch, and unfortunately, and this is the thought that the Baloch people at large are, analyzing this fact by this way, that Canadian security forces, Canadian police, Canadian government is also, unfortunately, is trying to hide the facts. And this is a big crime against humanity, that if any organization, if any authority, and even if any individual is trying to hide the facts of the killing of any human being, and particularly of a woman, and particularly of a human rights activist, so that's a crime against humanity. So we request through your organization again and again to the Canadian authorities, so please come forward, please investigate properly the Karima's mysterious death, and unfold those who were behind that killing.